So today in this class you are going to learn about cocoa and chocolate. How this chocolate is manufactured. It is a tropical tree originated in Mexico. It is grown mostly in Mexico region of the world. Botanically the name of this tree is called Theobroma coco. Theobroma coco. Right. How many of you have seen this cocoa fruit? This tree almost looks like a coffee bean tree, but similar to the trunk and leaves. But here you get cocoa fruit. Once it is matured, it looks like papaya, but more harder shell. It has a harder shell than the papaya. It has got a harder outer shell and it is almost oval in shape. Initially, it will be pinkish or greenish in color. Once after maturing, it turns into light brown to light yellow to dark yellow and slightly reddish color. Once it is thoroughly matured, these fruits are harvested. The shell, the hard outer shell is broken and it will have pods inside, whitish pods, right, compactly arranged into segments. Basic standard is a well matured cocoa fruit will have 30 to 36 cocoa pods. It will have a white pulp which is fruity and very sweet in nature. These cocoa pods are collected, then it is allowed to, after harvesting all the cocoa fruit, the shell is removed, the inside pods are collected, right? These pods are subjected to fermentation. Once after fermenting, the fruit pulp is mostly removed, then it is sun-dried, or there are special rooms made to dry these cocoa pods. The rooms with heating facilities, with heatings and temperature control. These cocoa pods are thoroughly dried, or sometimes it is oven roasted to remove the excess cocoa, the fruit mass. Then once after drying, the husk is removed by a process called hulling or pulling, H-U-L-L. The skin of these pods are removed and inside you have a mass called nibs. This is technically called as cocoa nibs. These nibs are slightly roasted, then it is pulverized, thoroughly pulverized. Once after pulverizing, you will get a dark extract, sap, juice, after the pulverizing process. The excess pomace, the roughage is removed and this is called as a cocoa liqueur. Now this dark extract is called as cocoa liqueur. It will have cocoa butter in it and it is a liqueur generally. This cocoa liquor is poured into different molds and cooled. Once it is cooled, you get bitter chocolate or cocoa liquor slabs. And one more process is there. After this mass, this is subjected or passed through or sent through a shell-like mold, shell-like bigger mold, where it is rotated with a high speed by using the paddles which are connected to the shell-shaped tanks, right? This, due to friction, sufficient heat is produced and it gives soft and silkiness to the product after removing the excess moisture and tannins which are present in the chocolate liquor. Then this process is technically called as conching. Many people pronounce it as conching, but actual spelling is C-O-N-C-H-I-N-G-I-N-G. It's a shell-shaped a bigger vat or tank where this chocolate liquor is passed through and it is mixed with the paddles. Heat is produced by friction. In the heat, the chocolate liquor, develops its velvety, smooth, silky texture with the presence of the cocoa butter. Right? This again is poured into different molds, cooled down to bring chocolate slabs. Right? The presence of cocoa butter in the chocolate liquor determines the quality, the better mouthfeel, smoothness, velvetiness and the silkiness of the chocolate. This cocoa butter is also separated from this chocolate liquor by a process called pressing. The hard mass is pressed in appropriate machineries. Then this cocoa butter is separated. Cocoa butter is separately available in the market, which has the melting point of 35 degrees Celsius, which is just below the body temperature. Our body temperature is normally 36 to 37 degrees Celsius. Right? You take a piece of chocolate and put it in your mouth, it automatically melts because of the body temperature. Right? So this is the basic of chocolate. But we have different varieties of chocolate or types of chocolate available in the market, which I would like to tell you and explain to you. Number one is commercial chocolate. The chocolate directly made after quenching is commercial chocolate. Right? That is suitable for tempering of chocolate. What do you mean by the word tempering of chocolate? Chocolate's melting point is 35 to 36 degrees Celsius. So below 40 degrees Celsius you have to double boil it or by using a chocolate tempering unit. You have to temper the chocolate. Otherwise, if the temperature goes beyond that temperature, it will burn. Chocolate will burn and gives you a smoky and burnt flavor. To prevent that, it is melted just above the body temperature, continuously stirred to improve the smoothness, plasticity, the velvetiness, and then it is brought back to the room temperature. Room temperature is approximately 22 to 23 degrees Celsius. And to set chocolate, some chocolates sets in the room temperature itself if it has better quality cocoa butter in it. Otherwise, this chocolate, right, is this tempered chocolates are classically, traditionally used to make a lot of chocolate centerpieces, chocolate garnishes, etc. Right? One more variety chocolate is the compound chocolate. Compound chocolate will have the cocoa chocolate, cocoa butter, plus added vegetable fat in it. That is compound chocolate. Dark chocolate compound is there, white chocolate compound is also there. It will have added vegetable fat from coconut oil, palm oil and other vegetable oils. Then you have another chocolate which is white chocolate. White chocolate has milk solids in it, vegetable fat in it and some percentage of cocoa butter in it. Then bitter chocolate is the purest form of chocolate without the addition of any artificial sweeteners or any vegetable fat compound. Then milk chocolate, it will have lot of milk solids, cocoa butter, little bit and sometimes even vegetable fat compounds. Then you have semi-bitter chocolate, slightly sugar is added to give sweetness to the chocolate. Then single origin chocolate. What do you mean by single origin chocolate? This is a chocolate specially made by a particular farm or land where there is a best climatic conditions and better soil for the production of cocoa beans, right? Particularly from one breed, one one variety cocoa trees harvested from particular land, particular area without blending into any other cocoa bean. So that is called a single origin chocolate. And kosher chocolate. There are kosher laws, right? A chocolate is pure without mixing of any dairy products like milk solids or any vegetable fat compounds. Kosher chocolate is the purest form of chocolate with the cocoa mass, cocoa butter and chocolate liqueur, right? One more chocolate is there, sugar free chocolate, a chocolate without any sweetening. This is called as sugar free chocolate. So I hope you all got some idea about chocolate. Now when we make chocolate based products, we will have a practical exposure on how to melt chocolate, how to make different chocolate garnishes, chocolate based products. Also the locally available brands and their composition by label reading. Do you understand? Any doubts in this?